rather catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You could see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. And I've been magic with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Get drown out my problems, let me When I've been magic with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Time to bring the bass bird.
Swear I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in. Jesus watching over here in diamonds. He the only reason why do not get violent. Ay, cause he gave me patience. Ay, swear that don't make sense. Ay, when you making bands can make friends. Cause I know they tryna shit like Ray-Bans. Got a bad little shorty wasting. And I own it, I ain't gotta pay rent. Ay, I know we the ones that ain't them. Pull both hands together and I'm saying amen. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going bigger. Postmates how I deliver. My game too cold, made it shiver. But I'm still a hot boy, cool it down, let it simmer. Hey, see him mad, got him bitter. Can't stop the shine with a dimmer. Only what I give her, and she let her call me baby, but I do not need a sitter. See me dip, yeah, I'm saucing. People at the bank see me often. Let the money run.
First opened in 2017, there's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the Atlanta Falcons. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
You ready? Here we go, Pac-Man. 180! 54! Defense wins championships, baby!
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
I got
you. Working from the gun, Wentz. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on third. After the sack, they'll come up now, third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
25 to the mic. We're going. Hey, I-7.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, shame on them, Coach Davis. They went against your advice. They threw the football, and now they're backed up to punt this away.
They're actually fortunate. They went against my advice, but they didn't turn it over, right? No takeaway for the defense. They'll punt it now. They probably could have gained a few yards if they ran it, though, and helped out with field position.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Here's Austin. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Falcons will be taking over first and 10.
At their own 37-yard line.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up first and 10 at their own 37. Although a jet sweep to start the drive. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up.
Well, it certainly appears that in this game, someone has decided they're going to open up their playbook. First quarter, and we see that play. I like their style.
Ready? 55, Mike, 55. Hey, eat. I don't even know why this team showed.
Here's Dalvin Cook, third year back from Florida State. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Ready. And read. Mike, 5. Bring it. Watch out.
Murray going to try to throw on third down. Eluding the pressure right. Kyler Murray, a 1,000-yard rusher as a quarterback in his Heisman campaign at Oklahoma. He's got the first down.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not.
Got it. Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. All right, T, let's go. All right, T. 6 guys. 6 to go. Next box. Check, Mike. Check.
First down, here's the run with Cook. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber that runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
On second and a yard, Murray. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. All you get is a headache.
Murray with a 3rd and long. Catch made by Slayton. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 27-yard line.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Let's go now. My God, 70 ending. Echo. Here I come. Hey, check Mike.
On first and 10, here's Murray. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
55 to Mike.
Murray again, second and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Got a man, Slayton. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Right in the middle, 55. Let's go, baby. They turn over. Get that ball.
They'll run on first down. Cook. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Short. Check 9. 22, check, cover. 22.
On second down now. It's Cook. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The veteran Jason McCourty up to make the tackle.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. No score after one on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down.
I'm coming after you.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Badgley able to knock this one through. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Johnson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
A gain of 4 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Bring it! Man left. Left, man, left. 3 down, 3 down.
A first down carry here for Johnson. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And that's going to be intercepted. Malcolm Jenkins, the Pro Bowler, and they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. 3 down, 3 down. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Under 10.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Now they try the right side here. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here's the option going left on 2nd down. And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
Shaq Lawson's one of those guys that after a while you quit just trying to define him by a position. Defensive end, outside linebacker, doesn't matter. He knows how to get upfield and spill some plays.
So disruptive. What makes him so disruptive?
I think it's strength. If you see his upper body, I mean, he's got some strength up there and some really good hands. But he's got some...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
On first down, Johnson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
The ball carrier. He was taken down by Bobby Wagner. A 6-yard pickup.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. The tackle that time by William Hayes.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. Shotgun now for Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That's a double win there, partner. You keep out of the return man's hands, and you pin them inside the 5-yard line. Pretty darn good.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Ready, 55. Hey, eat. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball.
Play action. Now it's Murray. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Murray now. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. So after the INT, here's Wentz. And his throw is incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson, but it'll be 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Here we go. Waiting. 54. Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get there. Hey, Alpha. 54, right there.
Wentz now on 1st down. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
You don't know no better.
Now Wentz. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
3rd and long.
And on 3rd and 15, we see the dime look, 6 DBs on the field.
Playing pass all the way. Mostert. Down right around the 25. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it. And that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
We got this.
So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
58, boys, 58. 58 is Mike. Get that quarterback at all costs.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. That's complete to Slayton. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
55 is Mike, guys, 55.
Murray now on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. You ain't going.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Murray. This will be caught by Brown. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Murray now on first down. That'll be complete to Cook. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Let's go, deep.
They'll run on first down. It's Cook. After the play, not a good sign. Dalvin Cook staying on the ground. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Pull it together. Check three, check three. Kill.
Second down, Murray sets to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's first and goal.
I'm coming after you.
On first down now, run with McKinnon. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. In the backfield, standing alone on second and goal is McKinnon. Here's Murray. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Murray on the sneak, and he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyler Murray, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead.
Partner, that was simply an example of getting low, wasn't it?
It was indeed. And for the quarterbacks, so they get low the line. They did their job. Is the quarterback's job just to find a crease and dive?
Find a crease and just get in there. And ordinarily, you start low yourself, get low behind that offensive line. But sometimes they do such a great job, you can almost fall forward and find the crease for a touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on second and 12.
46 down, man, 5-4.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Flush to his right. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Falcons grab it. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Murray going to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Second down, McKinnon. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety, being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
To throw on third down, Murray. Steps away to his left. Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First and goal.
Check 55 to Mike. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Defense, keep it up, guys.
Here's McKinnon. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Great job.
Jarek McKinnon, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Badgley on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
That,
all game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw is Wentz. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Atlanta. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. The Rams on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now Wentz. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
Go. 54. We own them. Kill. We own them. Right there. Bravo. Yeah, right there. 54 Mike.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Wentz going to throw. Going for his running back, and he's got him complete. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Falcons grab it. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over, but that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Bang, bang, bang. Bang, bang.
Following that fumble recovery, it's Murray. He's going to let this one go deep. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. He takes it all the way down to the 3.
A gain of 43 yards. Complete to Darius Slayton. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
And what can they do here on second and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. On first and goal, they'll try the option left. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Darius Slayton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
Makes the score Falcons 24, Rams 3.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Bring it up.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
12 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 12.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Let's go. Hey, 25 the mic. Hey, exit. 25 the mic. Oh, yeah.
On first down, Wentz. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. You know, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Back to the air on second down. Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Geno Atkins in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Third down. 3rd and 15.
The Rams on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15.
25 the mic. We'll go. Hey, echo.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Tremaine Brock. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Johnson, the intended target.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Let's go. 58 the mic.
Quarterback, don't get nervous. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
On first down, McKinnon.
Check 13.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Check the backer, check the backer.
They run once more with McKinnon. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
On second down, McKinnon. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. The Falcons on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Check 49, check 49.
To throw, it's Murray. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Well, interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have gotten his feet down here, it would have been another.
Would have been a huge one. They've had a great game taking the ball away. Thought they had another one, just unable to get those cleats in bounds.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is fielded a couple yards deep. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
22-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is...
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Derek Wolfe able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wentz. And that's complete to Sanders. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, L.A. Emmanuel Sanders, 87 yards. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he will not make it to the goal line. The defense holds him here. And this is still a 3-score game as the lead remains 18. And a good job here by the Falcons, their hands team, able to recover it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. Screen play, McKinnon. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
Hey, watch the edge,
They'll look to pick it up with McKinnon. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On first down, McKinnon again. And some room to work. There he goes, right side. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. Elsewhere, they're into the 4th at FedEx Field. And it was the Redskins that came away victorious there. If they can hold on to that lead to the end, it would up their win total to 7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
I got him. I got motion man. Me. I got
74.
To throw again on second down. Wentz. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Wentz now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10.
You think you gonna get this?
Hey, seam 6.
50's the mic.
Shotgun now for Wentz.
You can't block me.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in.
We played to win.
2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Here we go. tight, double. Double tight. Alert, alert. 3 down, 3 down.
Now Wentz again. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
65, 65.
Wentz to throw again. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Falcons, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for L.A., they dropped just their 2nd game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, roll on the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, roll on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, roll on the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, roll on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch it, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause I on the wrist. My bitch, you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the haters, I make a lot of new money, When it's not savers, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out for that, I never switch, I never switch.
Ever since I blew, they all on my hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long, say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent my 10 on my 15. Ex-sleep then, you with the back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back and then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these 4 things, pull out the VIP. Suck, turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip. Crush.
all in the wrist. Watch how I flip. Watch how I whip. I'm in the whip. All in the wrist. I never switch.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. Someone tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get it off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head, and when you ever overstay it, your thoughts are never everything you want to be. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of the distort. I'ma leave it on the side. You on the Christ when I press on this set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma stick. Come in the head, come on. Come on. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get it off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off.
I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff to edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo reel. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, how about it? How about it? You want it, you have it, you got it. Go snatch it, skirt the lot. Go ahead, jump it, how about it? How about it? Rep for your bro, when you're supposed to pop in your practice. Ain't tripping, itching, drumming. Look how far we coming. Heartbeat on the streets, you can do it. Ain't built for the weekend. Sweet, this sugar, one man army, but get deep. Watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods, them out the clay. You wish you could. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff to edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo reel. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, so suspenseful, I'm up in the field. Saw it in my eyes, it was the Tiger Hill. Gon' jump off the line and see the flyer field. Rewrite your history off this line right here. Your best bet be ahead, easy to get rich or dead trying. This ain't never new, I just be 10 steps instead. Snooze I won't, I can't lose, ready, rest or a bed. Do what you can to do, make your next move your best. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff to edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo reel. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. the chills. My jewelry cold as chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show 'em skills. Yeah, let's go. At first off the edge, like I don't know no fear. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Left bit this way, right before the deal.
Rick Rock. TikTok. West Hip Hop. Are you ready for some football? Ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast. Cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. Come on. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll it when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is. I get it. I got cleats on my feet, jersey on my back, helmet on my head, ready to attack like that. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast. Cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll it when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is. Now get it. Big Snoop Dogg. It's in the game.
Not a day in my life. Long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no, we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Ay, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in them. Ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check.
rocket fuel. What you talking about? Space or out your mind? When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, passing your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we ride. We earn 30 years, so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game has veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing, relieving the kings of all crowns. Are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all, keep the flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space or out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Ready, set, steady, back. Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all, peak flow. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space or out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Ready, set, steady, back.
Coach, it's dreary and miserable throughout much of the Midwest, but we've got football to perk up our spirits.
S-T-R-O. Yeah. How many of y'all came to win? Oh, they asking my name, huh? You ready? S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winter side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, it's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Ay, 16 cars in my front yard. Ay, 30 on my wrist, bullet points of God.
Big numbers, 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Ay, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ay, she wanted like me cause her lame, she can't count on him. She tried to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Ay, ay, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep the score. Ay, 16 cars in my front yard. Ay, 30 on my wrist.
Coach, it's dreary and miserable throughout much of the Midwest, but we've got football to perk up our spirits. That's the good news at Paul Brown Stadium. That's where we're at here in Cincinnati. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
All day, baby, all day.
Lead. Blue Dan. Go ahead, baby. Go.
This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down.
That's it, baby.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
You got motion man right there. Mike 50. It's out.
On 2nd and 7, Dalton. He's letting this one go for Fuller. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Will Fuller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
We're going to work.
At their own 25-yard line.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Switch.
This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his 2nd season, James Conner. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Kill. Turn it up. Take both of them. Turn it up. Watch the safety creep. Chef.
Roethlisberger will throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Andy Dalton. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
198. Watch 98. 98's the mic.
Regular.
198. Watch 98. 98's the mic.
Let's make these.
Dalton now to pass.
Let's make these babies crawl all the way back.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now Landry.
The Steelers take over first.
Come on, fellas.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Hands up.
98. 98's the mic. Come off the ball hard.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Trying to lay one up deep. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. to throw here. Dalton. It's complete to Fuller. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. He's down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. Andy Dalton looked good on that pass, but I'll tell you what, all time in his career against Pittsburgh, it has been a struggle. 3-12 as a starter against these Steelers. Just more evidence of their dominance over the years in the AFC North. Andy Dalton now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's first and 10.
Here you go, Cam.
Watch 98. Watch 98.
Another chance for Dalton. His throw incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. And it's second down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. From the 21, it's second and 10.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Motion.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic.
Hey, come on, oh. Regular.
Watch 98. 98's the mic.
Throwing again. Dalton.
I'm coming after you.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Escaping the pressure right. He wants it all for the end. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming fourth down. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And they're not going to get the snap off. This might back him out of field goal range. And that'll set him back 5. Here's Matt Weil now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt.
What's up? 59, what's up? 59, what's up?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Black 20. Take 2 of them.
So don't say nothing.
Check nickel. Check, check. Lucky.
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. But it's going to be second down.
Second and 10 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24, they'll go again on second and 10.
Shoot.
On second down, Connor looking for space. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. They'll try and run for it with Connor. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. Got a short yardage, trying to pick up first downs. That big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. The 5th year back from Texas. This is Malcolm Brown. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 6-0 our score after 1. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I smell fear in that offense.
He's checking.
Hey, alert.
Crash.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 43.
It's a gain of 10.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks
Tight
moving.
to the right, boy. Tight to the right. Move. Odd. 3 down. Odd.
22, 44.
Hey, check Mike 57.
Hey, Zoo.
Let's go, defense.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Rush in.
Here's Roethlisberger. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Under crunch.
Alert.
Come on, 37's the Mike 37. Come on, D.
To throw again is Roethlisberger. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and now it's third down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Quit talking about it and bring it.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw, and Eifert has it. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son.
Yeah, fight this. Mike 50, Mike 50.
Stay with your man.
Throwing, Dalton. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals.
Mike's 50.
Dalton. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. He's got a man, complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Drop deep. Watch tight end's right. Tight end's right. Even. 4 down, even. Check.
Bricks don't travel. 2-by-2. Move.
Dalton here from the gun. Eluding the pressure right. And this will be incomplete.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series, before you get out there, hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Watch QB drop.
To throw again. Dalton. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. So Dalton now. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 31-yard line.
That's another Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Here we go. Watch 98. Watch 98.
Go.
Focus, defense, focus. Watch 98. Watch 98. 98.
Here you go. 93, 52, 93, 44, 44.
Throwing on second down. Dalton. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Hey, we got to get this stop here.
Operating from the gun, Dalton. He finds his target, Fuller. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First down and goal to go.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
Double tight. 4 down.
Another try for Mixon. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Nice.
50's the mark. Watch the run. Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Hey, Haywood.
D, big stop, let's go.
Hey,
check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. Man, I got you. Man.
From the gun, Dalton. Looking for Boyd, and he's got him. Touchdown, Bengals.
Give me the bell.
Tyler Boyd. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
2nd and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. Setting up the screen, this is Samuels. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bengals drive about to get going. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take.
Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Got some room at the 30, and all the way up to the 33-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
He's going to air one out. This is caught at the 20. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. This is taken at the 3.
Ryan Switzer on the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
This time, Roethlisberger will throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense, great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Show that bench release and go.
On third down, Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And this one hits at the one, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Dalton. He gets this one to Boyd. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And a solid run down inside the 30. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Once again, they run with Mixon. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
Despite only needing 1, Dalton to throw. Got the connection here to Bourne. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards.
Watch the twist, watch the twist.
From the gun, Dalton. Flush to, now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. But I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they'll keep possession of the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Here's Dalton. And it's caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Will Fuller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Mike 50, Mike 50. You remember me? You remember? Regular.
Operating from the gun, Dalton. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Andy Dalton with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Now Bullock to add the extra point. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
At the 36-yard line.
Here we go.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, Samuels. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Trey Kirkpatrick, the cornerback, up to make the stop.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. 57's the mic. Here we go, here we go.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
Check, 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 check.
Go, go, run, run, run.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first.
But when we go back to our conversation with the defensive coordinator, that type of a play was not a surprise to him. He expected trickery in this game, yet somehow his defense, they still took the cheese and got caught in the mousetrap.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Carl Lawson racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
You're not ready.
44.
Watch 36.
Roethlisberger will throw. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
The Steelers on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
37's the Mike. Mike 37.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 28.
How did he do that? How did he do it? I mean, in this type of weather, it's not just catching it, it's seeing it coming towards it. Maybe that's why I ended up having to go up one-handed, but boy, what a catch.
That was a spectacular one-handed grab. Roethlisberger now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Running the jet sweep, Landry. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
I'm coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo! Middle. Go, go, now.
On 2nd down now, it's Connor, and he'll get it down this time to the 17. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Hey, switch gears. You go tight. You got tight.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And oh, what a catch that time by Landry. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. This one quickly into the hands of Landry. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Jarvis Landry, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that will get them one closer. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play. And here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll start here with a give to Mixon. Mixon hit, and oh, the ball is out. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th.
Blue 30. 7. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. Check 50. Check 50. Alert, alert.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
That's it, baby.
At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
On 2nd down, it's Connor, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
26. Shift.
44.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bengals will get the football back. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll run here with Mixon. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. That's complete. Bernard. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Bengals on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
We want it. Come to my world.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all, and to me it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead, or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun.
That's our ball, baby. That's our ball. Yeah.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Alert, alert. Flag,
Now Roethlisberger. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. And McDonald here over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he'll get 3 up to midfield. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Here we go, here we go. Hey, wahoo.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Oh, passing it. Dalton. He completes it to Boyd. 11 yards there, first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 46-yard line.
Let's go, let's go. Joker, Joker.
Again, here's Bernard.
Let's go. Come on.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 12 yards there and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They'll run on first down. Bernard. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
You got it.
I know the speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch the pass.
Dalton gives to Bernard. Flash the stick skills on that run, but then stop shy of the 35. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
On the draw, here's Bernard. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. It's a gain of 6, and that ought to just about do it.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and, boy, they were successful.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Here you go, 368. Smooth.
Not running. Dalton wants to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Comeback bid fall just a little short, but give them credit. They were able to hold on, withstand that